Welcome to the Battle Dome! Tonight it's an all-out battle royale! Alright, sit down, get comfortable, and enjoy the show. Alright, sports fans, today you will witness an amazing feat, an amazing adventure. What we have here is one deadly scorpion, a very scary giant house spider, a couple of very deadly black widows, and for good measure, let's toss in a very creepy centipede. Tonight's show is made possible by 157 black widow spiders found in my house. That's right, 157 black widows have been found and killed in my house. We have seen a black widow just totally tie up and destroy a scorpion, so anything can happen and anything will happen. As you can see here, the scorpion's fighting method is to just lay low until it's time to attack. Oh, and the black widow wastes no time going after that giant house spider. Apparently, the black widow decided who was the biggest threat in the battle dome and decided, giant house spider, you're out of here. Notice the black widow's fighting style. Many people say it's not fair to put black widows in a situation like this. They're ambush hunters. But until you've ever seen something like this, you will realize the black widow spider can hunt and is deadly in any situation, even underwater. Remember that video? You're also witnessing something very common when it comes to bug fights such as these. There is a lot of attack and retreat, feeling out their opponent, looking for weaknesses. And in some cases where no weaknesses are found, creating a weakness and attacking one's opponent. And the Black Widow is in frantic attack mode. Look at that action. Yes, when it comes to things like this, anything can and will happen. In a previous Fight Night video in the Battle Dome. Oh, would you look at that? None of us saw that coming. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. I know some of you like my sports announcer voice. Some of you just can't stand it. But you know what? Most of the people who can't stand my sports announcer voice can't stand my normal voice either. So it's usually the same people saying, oh, shut up, you talk too much. And I'm thinking, hey, you know, there is a mute button. Just click that mute button and watch the show. If you don't want a play-by-play, if you don't want to hear about the millions of black widow spiders that I've found in my house, if you don't want to hear about these crazy people who keep sending me centipedes and scorpions and snakes in the mail, that's right, snakes in the mail, then there is a mute button. Hey, isn't that what it's there for? And if you didn't know about it, maybe I can make a tutorial video. Hey, here's how to shut the sound off if you don't like what I'm saying. Yeah, all right. So anyways, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. A lot of people had said, hey, just put a whole bunch of them in there and we'll see what happens. And then, you know, we put a whole bunch of them in there and sometimes things happened and sometimes it didn't. The centipede here, for instance, he is out of his element. Centipedes love to burrow down in the substrate. So if you have a centipede, you keep him in a container, he'll burrow down in the substrate, he'll burrow down in the sand, and then he will come out when he wants to, or if he's hungry, or if he thinks there's something up there to kill for fun. I mean, that's centipedes. Very scary, very creepy. So I am a bit disappointed with this centipede. I expected more. There's also something else. The ambient temperature right now is between 60 and 65 degrees. It is a little cold for these bugs. That's right, I said I call them bugs. You cannot see it, but outside of the camera, I do have a heat lamp aimed at the Battle Dome, and that is putting some heat there to one side of it. So if you see these, well, when you see these spiders or creatures all going to one side and just moving there on the walls or hanging out or cowering down, they're just basking in the heat. So if it's not their optimum temperature, it might be a little difficult for them to perform. But as you can see, they also do pretty well in this cooler temperature. And see, black widows, they're not from my area. They're not used to this kind of humid, cooler temperatures. While we were filming this video, I had a couple of close calls, and I will just take those, I've edited those out, and I'll just post them in another video. And, I mean, it could have been scary if I wasn't paying attention, but I was paying attention. And for those of you who keep saying, hope you get bit, hope one of those stings you and a black widow bites you and you die, you know, what you're doing is mean. Well, you know, is it mean For them to wander all through my house and threaten me and my family and my cats? Well, oh, no, that's perfectly fine, right? Yeah. And for those of you who say, well, you're pushing the envelope, you really shouldn't be doing that because you could get bit. It's probably safer for me to have them in this jar here than it is for them wandering loose in my house where I don't know where they are. As you see once in a while in my videos, I do have big tweezers and other implements and wearing gloves. Well, usually wearing gloves when I'm, handling them. Well, I don't handle them, but you know what I mean. And then there is always Protocol Zero. If they just start getting loose and out of control, it's stomping time. Every one of these will be stomped to death. Most of you don't know this. Some of you do. Most of you don't know this. This is not being filmed in my house. These things are taken from my house down to my studio. They are filmed there, and then they are, whichever ones live, are packaged back up and brought back home, put in a secure area, and then I will film them again when I have time. Sometimes I have time to do a lot of filming, sometimes I don't. Now, if this is the first of my bug videos like this that you have watched, and if you enjoy it, hey, I got a dozen more of my newer bug videos that are pretty much like this one. But there is one continuing thread through all of my newer bug videos, and that is anything can happen, anything will happen. In my videos, we have seen a scorpion destroy a black widow. We have also seen a black widow destroy a scorpion. We have seen a black widow just tie up and destroy another black widow, just bam, that quick. We have seen black widows shoot out that really sticky web and glue their opponents to the ground and then destroy them at their leisure. Black widows are very scary. And also, really quick, a lot of people are saying, you should put music to these videos. Well, I did a couple with the music that you legally can use, that free music. But I cannot use, people can say, use Linkin Park song. I can't use that legally. But look, that's not going to stop you from queuing up the video and then queuing up your Linkin Park song and then hitting play on both of them and, dubbing it yourself that way. Because as much as I'd like to put some really cool music to this, look, the music I use is what I legally can use for free. And you cannot take a Metallica song or a Linkin Park song or any of that stuff, Alice Cooper song, and use it with your YouTube video. It's not legal. It's a copyright violation. So I hope you guys all enjoyed tonight's show. I know some of you say, oh, it's really cool, and some of you will say, oh, that really sucks, and I'm a bad person. You all hear that, and also, it's really boring. Well, this is just how it is. It's real. And if you think this is really boring, if you think this is really, really boring as it is, this started at like 59 minutes, and I edited it down, where there's a whole bunch of stuff where a spider walked up and touched another bug, and the bug, yeah. So I got rid of most of that. And you know what they say, you can't please everyone, so you might as well just please yourself. Well, I'll be pleased when all these black widows are dead. Alright, so leave your comments in the comment section. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Tree huggers, feel free to leave your comments. You always do. I don't know when you find time, because, if you're hugging a tree, or you have time to leave an insult on one of my videos, but hey.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. It's so much. It makes me want to throw up. Oh.
And as I said, if you enjoyed this video, go look on my channel in the video section. You don't have to subscribe, you don't want to. I don't care about any of that, but, go look at my videos, and then you'll say, hey, that's cool, that's cool. You say, that one sucks, I don't want to watch that. But there's something for everyone. Alright, so, as always, thanks for watching. And yes, I hate spiders!
Don't stick it back in your mouth! I'm gonna throw up. Here, let me stick this back in my mouth.
Oh, I can't. Oh my god.
Kids eat those things.
Yeah, kids are crazy.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.